I recently set a goal of making over $200,000 in sales in 2024 in my business. And I want to break down to you today exactly what I'm doing behind the scenes, what I've already done, what I'm planning on doing, what I'm going to be basically doing to hit this goal in my business. So in 2023, I was making on average $5,000 per month, and I really wanted to make six figures in 2023. And I actually talked about this a lot in my content, and I was super motivated. I had a massive desire. I took a bunch of action, but I actually didn't really set up my business in a way to actually allow for six figures. And I was not performing the correct actions to actually reach that goal. And so I didn't hit six figures, which is not surprising. But in 2024, I was actually going to say, like, I want to hit 100K. But I was talking with my coach and I told her on the call, I was like, I actually really just want to make 200K. Like, I want to really push myself because I almost feel like my 100K goal was like my 2023 goal. So even though I didn't hit it, I feel like now I know exactly what I need to do to hit 100K. So it doesn't really feel like a big stretch. And so I want to say $200,000, if not more, in sales. So let's break down exactly what I'm going to be doing to hit that goal and what I've already done. So first on deck is I will not be selling just one offer. This was something that really tripped me up in 2023 because I was basically turning away dream clients who wanted to work with me just because they didn't really want to be in that one offer that I was selling, right? And in order for me to hit $200,000 in sales, I really need to maximize the number of clients that I can actually bring into my world, right? Which means not just having one offer. The other part of it is I want to make sure that I have actually offers at multiple price points, and I already do have that. I'm still working on building out my higher ticket offers, but I have my low ticket membership, I have my mid ticket program, I have, or kind of like low mid ticket program right now. And I'm actually making some really drastic decisions around my product suite. Then I'm going to be having a mid-ticket program that's going to be like a 3-month group program. And then I'm going to have a 6-month group program that's probably going to be like a mastermind. And that one's going to be kind of like highest ticket. Also going to have my one-on-one offers. Also going to have like a bunch of like, little micro offers that I drop throughout the year. Because the truth is, I really believe that if you want to make a lot of money in your business and you want to really like make a lot of sales, you need to actually love what you're selling. And for me, when I'm selling one offer, like I get bored. I get bored and I don't like to just do one thing. I also really love to serve clients in different capacities. Like I don't want to do only one-on-one. I don't want to do only group programs. Like I love having like a low ticket membership. I love having like a 2-week group program or like a 5-week group program or like a 3-month like I love selling different things. Like it just gets me really excited. And when you feel excited, that's actually when you can sell more. I launched like 9 offers. Well, I technically tested probably like 20 offers in 2023, but I officially launched 9 offers and I loved it. I loved it. And right now it's 20, like we just finished January 2024. I've already launched a mini group program, my IG group program, IG Baddie group program. I've also basically pre-sold 3 seats to my 3-month container, which I haven't even started talking about publicly yet. I also relaunched my membership. I'm also kind of like tweaking my one-on-one offers. And so I've really been already putting the steps in place for me to create this basically a scalable offer suite, right? Because the goal is to have people be able to come in at multiple entry points and multiple price points, right? So it's really important that I'm able to support people at various stages of their journey and also at different price points that they want to invest. So it's not saying that like, oh, if someone thinks my offer is too expensive, I should discount it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if someone doesn't want to commit to a 3-month group program right now, they can go into my low ticket membership. So there's always a place for them to go depending on what kind of commitment they're looking for and whether they're just trying to kind of get a taste of working with me, right? A lot of people have been really burned in the online industry by like coaches, service providers, and they just don't want to immediately jump into a massive commitment with you if they don't really like haven't worked with you yet, because they want to know that you can get them results, but also they want to make sure that you're actually aligned in terms of like an energy perspective, the way that you run your business, the way that you are as a coach. These are all things that play into whether someone wants to work with you. And if you have multiple options for people to work with you, that's how you can actually increase your surface area of letting dream clients in, right? So multiple offers, multiple price points, not doing the one offer model anymore. Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't like it. I find it really boring. I think it's like basically giving your audience like an ultimatum, and a lot of the time they're not going to go for the ultimatum. So I'm personally not going to be selling just one offer. So that's so 2023 for me. The second thing is I have already, like I said, relaunched my low ticket membership. So I had my low ticket membership last year. Long story short, there's another video where I talk about going from my flopped launch to a $3,000 launch. And that's where I really break down why I, shut down my membership last year, basically. But long story short, I was basically not really building a scalable offer suite, and I was left with just kind of like having a low ticket membership with not really any like higher ticket options. And I was just like really confused anyway. And so this year when I decided I wanted to make, $200,000 in sales, if not more, I knew I had to have a low ticket membership. I knew I needed to have that low ticket, low commitment entry point for my dream clients to come into my world and kind of like taste what it's like to work with me, and then upsell to my other programs from there, right? It's just also a really great way for you to kind of like test what it's like to work with people, and then you upsell your favorite clients, right? It's all just like kind of like a test bed, right? And like a little community where I get to also build my movement of like the baddie movement and like baddie energy and so when I decided I was going to make have this goal of $200,000 in sales, I knew that I had to bring back the membership. And so I was actually in the middle of my launch for IG Baddie, and so I had a lot of stuff going on, and I was also kind of just like really remapping my business for 2024. And so it wasn't really like the perfect time for me to now like relaunch my membership, but I literally specifically created time for me to recreate the membership and relaunch it and started marketing it. Like I literally started marketing it on my close friends list on Instagram, because my main stories, I was marketing my IG Baddie program, which we're going into week 2 now. And like, it's been absolutely incredible. It was honestly like one of the best offers I've ever dropped. And so I started marketing it on my close friends list, literally because I just knew I had to launch it. I had to have that option for people to start coming into, right? And so I created space for that, and the membership is already running. We're a week in, I think. We have a few baddies in there, more on the way, and I am just so freaking excited. It's also like literally 10 times better than it was the last time, because the last time it was still an amazing membership. My clients got incredible results. But this time it's not just about content, because the last time it was just about content and it was actually just about LinkedIn. But this time it's actually not just about LinkedIn. There are a ton of LinkedIn trainings in there, like how to optimize your profile, how to network, how to find clients on LinkedIn, stuff like that. But there's so much more. I just put in a dream client training in there. I'm gonna be, there's like a huge community building training in there. Like there's literally everything that you're gonna need to actually build your business. And so I'm really excited for it to be kind of like really the foundational thing. And so if you're looking for a membership to really build your business like a baddie and just not give a crap about what other people think and just like build a really massive business while creating content that really just like owns what you do, then send me a DM or pop in the link below to join the Baddie Money Method for $97 a month. It's absolutely epic. Okay, so launch the membership. We are literally already paving the way for my scalable offer suite, right? The other thing that I'm really massively focusing on in 2024 to hit $200,000 in sales is recurring revenue. This is something that I literally did not really focus on in 2023, and it left me at just like starting every month from like close to zero, not always zero, but kind of like close to zero. And other than the fact that that's not really how you like stack income and like create high cash months that are also very like consistent, it also just really hits your mindset, because you feel like you're starting from zero every month, and having that kind of a mindset doesn't really like put you in the right mindset to be taking the right actions to reach $200,000 in sales. Like it's almost like you can't really see it. And a big reason why recurring revenue is so big is because you're able to actually spread, like you're able to create more consistent cash months. Because let's say, for example, for my IG Baddie program, people could either pay in full or they could choose a payment plan, right? And so some of the people paid in full, some people chose a payment plan. And what that did is it allowed me to enter January of this year with actually over 4,000, it was probably actually $5,000 in recurring revenue, because I had some clients from last year. I had a private client, I had a VIP client. So all of that actually created $5,000 in recurring revenue for me coming into January, right? So now my goal for this whole year of 2024 is to slowly increase that recurring revenue amount, right? So I'm going into each, like ideally I want to be going into each month with like at least like ideally like $10,000 in revenue, if not more, right? And so if you have payment plans, you're able to, like, for example, I have a 3-month group program that's about to start in a month, and some of the payment plans are going to start right now, and there are 3-month and 4-month payment plans, and that means that literally over the next 4 months a few people are going to be starting their payment plans, which means I've created recurring revenue into the next 4 months, right? And that is exactly what you want. And that's why I don't really always incentivize pay in full. I am always open to giving payment plans. I don't give like very extended payment plans, but I give payment plans where they'll finish the payment plan by the time the program's done. And it just creates a lot of like recurring revenue into the future, which is like absolutely beautiful. The other thing I'm gonna really be diving into, and this is something I've been doing for a few years, but really getting more intentional with my multi-channel strategy. So as you can see, I'm recording a YouTube video. This is now part of my content strategy. Every single week on Sunday, I record a long form YouTube video related to whatever it is that I'm generally talking about in my content, what I'm selling. And I'm basically also obviously creating content on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and then I have my email list, right? But before, I felt like I would just kind of like create a bunch of content and I wouldn't really have proper funnels set up from each channel. And so the way I'm running 2024 is I'm being very intentional with what kind of offers I'm promoting on every channel, making sure there's a very clear funnel, making sure for example, for my TikTok, it's like very obvious how to join the membership. That's going to be kind of like the primary call to action in TikTok is just come into the membership. And then from there, you can like go into other programs if you need to, if you want that kind of support. But I'm also being very intentional with my YouTube videos, making sure there's like a call to action for a specific offer. Same with my emails, like getting really intentional across all the channels with whatever I'm launching at the time, and just basically looking at data, making sure that, all the funnels are very, very focused, right? Because you want to be directing traffic in a very organized way. Otherwise, all this effort that you're putting into multi-channel is just kind of going to fall flat if you're not actually funneling traffic intentionally into an offer, right? So multi-channel, getting very, very intentional. And this is to basically just reach all my potential clients, because I have this philosophy of I want everyone to follow me everywhere. That is basically kind of like my motto. And the reason is because obviously the more channels you follow me on, the more you'll hear my message and the more people will buy my offers, right? But the other thing I found is actually multi-channel is a really great way to nurture potential clients, because a lot of the time my clients will binge my content on multiple channels because it's always like a little bit different on every channel, right? Especially, for example, with YouTube, it's more long form, and some people just like, I don't know, they just want long form, right? And the other reason is when you go on YouTube, I don't want you to go get distracted with someone else. Like, I want you to watch my stuff. And so I need to be on YouTube for you to not get distracted, right? So if I can kind of like create a space for myself on YouTube where my clients know, or like, ideal clients know they can find me, they're going to be able to binge my content there and not feel like they have to now go, listen to someone else, which I'm sure they obviously are going to and can, but at least I'm there staying top of mind, right? And obviously I'm capturing people from like all different channels. That's going to be massive in 2024. The other thing that I am working on massively, and I'm actually just about to have a strategy meeting with my husband, who's my strategic partner, to really dissect what is the Baddie brand and the Baddie movement, and like, why am I starting the Baddie? Like, why am I running the Baddie movement? So If I want to make $200,000 in sales, I'm going to need a really big movement behind me. You can't just do this willy-nilly, post random content. You need to really build, or at least this is the way that I like to do it. I really want to build a big brand that represents an identity that my dream clients want to step into, which is the Badii brand and the Badii identity, right? But if I want to really grow it, I need to get really clear on what the Badii identity is. What is the vision that I am essentially kind of like casting for my audience and all the baddies in my world that they can rally around, right? And I can kind of lead them through this vision. This is really important in terms of branding, in terms of movement. This is what really creates a really big effect. This is why, for example, there are things like cult following. So I don't want to start a cult, but I do want to have a cult-like following. I think that's where you really benefit from word of mouth. You really benefit from just massive, massive visibility and also loyalty, right? Because if you're able to cast a vision for people based on an identity that they want to step into and lead them through that journey into that vision, they're going to become, I was going to say very like sticky, just because I used to be a product manager in tech. And when you build an app, you want it to be sticky, where it means people stick to it. They don't go and check out another app. So probably not the way to describe an audience or a client base, but I want them to be very loyal to me because there's like a bigger reason to be because they can't get what they're getting with me in terms of this whole vision with someone else, right? It's more than just creating results for your clients. It's about like, what is this bigger movement that you are leading people to, right? So I'm going to be really leaning into like defining what a Badii is, down to literally getting very clear on like, what are the phrases that I'm going to be repeating over and over again to really build that indoctrination, right? My clients and my audience are already very indoctrinated into the Badii movement. I call pretty much everyone in my world like Badii A, Badii S, Badii T, Badii Z, whatever. I also have a lot of phrases that I repeat that my clients have started kind of repeating, but this needs to be like way more. If you want to hit 200K in sales, it needs to be very organized, right? It can't just be like random things you're saying here and there. I want to have a very, very clear framework. And so I'm going to be also just working on branding, like taking better pictures of myself. Right now, I don't really have very like Badii pictures of myself. And so really just getting the visuals going, getting the whole feeling going, that's what's going to really, really build the movement and a very loyal community. In a similar vein, I'm also going to be literally unleashing even more of my personality on the internet, which I know for a lot of people, they're just like, you're already really intense on the internet. I strongly disagree. I don't think I'm putting enough of my personality in there, especially not just my personality, but really showcasing what makes me different and why people should pick me over the other coach, right? So this is a little more than just sharing your personality, but it's really sharing why me. Why should you hire me over someone else? Because once you're trying to hit 200K in sales and stuff like that, it becomes a really big game of both visibility, which like I said, we're doing multi-channel, we're building the brand, all that kind of stuff, but also differentiation, because you really need to win people's hearts. Why should they pick you over someone else, right? If you want to hit those big numbers in your business, you need to be able to win a lot of hearts and kind of like take a lot of market share, right? And that's where you really need to get louder and also have a lot of conviction in who you are and be very clear on what it is that you stand for, right? I already do a lot of this, but I need to literally do it like 10x. So that's going to be a lot of the work that's going to be going into 2024. The other piece as well that I really, really want to talk about is kind of like behind the scenes. So really cleaning up who I am and raising the standard by which I live by, actually in all aspects of my life. So running a business is a very, very, it's like the biggest personal undertaking, and it really forces you to develop yourself. And I truly believe that if you want to build your business, you need to shed old layers of yourself. You need to get rid of, things in your life that no longer serve you, just things that are actually slowing you down, right? And so even a simple thing is I'm getting very, very, focused with my habits, right? My daily habits. I'm getting very, very intentional with my meditation, with the kind of things I'm consuming. I don't really watch a lot of TV anymore. I have my few shows that I love. Guilty pleasure is reality TV. I've recently been watching Singles Inferno, which is a Korean dating show that's way more wholesome than the North American dating shows. So if you're not watching that and you love reality TV dating shows, check it out. It doesn't burn your brain as much, so to speak, or like melt your brain. But I really honestly have dramatically reduced how much TV I watch. And I've also tried to stop. I don't read the news anymore. Very occasionally, I'll go read the news if I'm just, I don't know, something massive happened and I need to read my own account of it. But I honestly don't read the news. I don't really see the point. I would rather just read personal development books. I would rather listen to podcasts about health or mindset or productivity, stuff like that. I would rather just focus on ways to better myself instead of reading about how essentially like messed up the world is. And I also don't really want to associate myself with the normal world. So that's not to say that I think I'm like better than the average person, but I just think that most people are very programmed in society, and that they are like there's a lot of limiting beliefs pushed onto people because of the societal programming, and I honestly don't really want to be involved with it. And so I would rather just be in my own world, controlling what I consume so that I can basically nourish my brain and just be as positive as possible so I can work towards my goals, right? So really cleaning up my habits, also really taking care of my health, really being very mindful of any kind of burnout. This has been one of my biggest issues, is as an overachiever, as a type A person, as a, baddie, as a bulldog, as my husband likes to call me. I really just I love creating, I love doing, like I love pushing myself, I love big goals. But the kind of counterintuitive thing with this 200K sales goal is I can't just go at it like a maniac for the whole year. I'm going to have to really take care of myself and really make sure that I'm not burning the candle from both ends, because that's not going to create sustainable productivity, right? Like 200K in sales is, you really need to be consistently working towards it all year. And so I really need to make sure that I'm not overextending myself and that I am able to create from a very centered place of creativity and really joy, because you don't create good results in your business when you feel really burnt out, you're stressed, you feel like crap, you're not taking care of yourself. And so self-care is going to be a huge element. Sort of related to that is also going to be, honestly, again, I've been doing this for years now, but just letting go of more people who honestly are just not 100% aligned with where I'm headed. So this is not to say that, people who I'm letting go, they're bad and, should have never been near them. No, it's just some people you just grow apart from, or some people start to kind of like change as you head into a different direction in life. And I've had to let go of a lot of people in my life just because I was going in one direction and they were going in another, and it was just not aligned, and I didn't really feel like I could be very free about what I was doing, and I felt like I had to censor myself, and that's just honestly not the vibe. I'm all about just living your unapologetic life, living as yourself, and not really having to hide the awesome things that you're doing. And so I will continue to be very, very intentional about who I spend time with and how I spend time with them and what I share with them and what I internalize from those interactions. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm building this business for me and my family's future, and that's really the only thing that I care about right now. Call me very harsh, but that's just the truth, right? I used to care way too much about a lot of people who honestly didn't really give a shit about me. And so I'm not doing that anymore. Especially after my husband had cancer, I just honestly don't really care about a lot of things anymore. I'm very laser focused on what matters to me, my husband, and our future family, and things that don't fall under that pillar of importance, I'm going to gracefully let go of, right? So it's not about shitting on people. It's not about like being mean and like cutting people off. It's just about gracefully creating boundaries in your life to make sure that you are surrounded with people and things and thoughts that are going to better you, right? This is just like what we all really need to do. And so I'm really, really excited. Those are the things I'm working on. There's probably honestly like 5,000 more things, like refining my content strategy, getting even more specific with my dream client, doing a lot of community events. One thing that I probably should have talked about is I'm going to be doing a lot more, like free master classes, community events, free stuff, just getting more people in the community, giving more value. But again, these are all things that, like, there's literally 1,000 things that are going to be going on. But right now, these are kind of the biggest focuses. And so the last thing I'll actually leave you with is a bit of a difficult decision that I had to make in my business. So I used to have a program called the LinkedIn Baddie program, and it was actually the first group program I ever launched in my business in May 2023. It was a massive hit. I had major, major branding around it. Everyone loved the LinkedIn Baddie concept. My clients got incredible results in the program. I ran 2 rounds. After the first round, I 3x the price, and it was just absolutely incredible. And so when I launched IG Baddie, basically the Instagram version of it, and at the end of 2023, which is the program I'm running right now, and we're having an absolute blast inside, I realized that when I was trying to build out my $200,000 product suite, I realized that unfortunately, I had to let go of both those programs. I was actually going to run another round of LinkedIn Baddie, if not twice in 2024, just because it's such a iconic program. And then I was going to keep running IG Baddie, right? But I made the difficult decision a few weeks ago to basically not run LinkedIn Baddie again. And also for IG Baddie, that this was going to be actually the first and last round of IG Baddie. And the reason was because essentially it would take me too long to launch my higher ticket programs, because I was going to do IG Baddie, then LinkedIn Baddie, and then funnel people into my 3-month container, which means that I would be not only, giving basically there would be too much time until the point when I would start my 3-month container, which is more recurring revenue. It's a higher price point that actually gets me into higher cash months sooner. But also I would essentially be extending my client's journey with me, because they would be doing IG Baddie, and then they could potentially do LinkedIn Baddie, and then I would do the 3-month container. And the other thing as well is it would create a lot of complexity in my product suite, because I would basically get people in the membership, the low ticket membership, $97 a month, Baddie Money Method. And then from there, it would be you could do IG Baddie, you could do LinkedIn Baddie, you could do the 3-month container, you could do this. It's just too many options. And the thing is, when things get complicated, they don't work out, because when people are confused about the next step, they don't take the next step. So I decided to basically cut those programs. And so now it's going to be the low ticket membership, and then it's going to go directly into my new 3-month container, which again, haven't talked about publicly yet. I have 3 baddies inside, but I'm going to be talking more about it in the coming weeks. It's going to be essentially exactly what I'm doing, which is building a scalable offer suite, how to really how to create irresistible offers based on everything I've learned from launching 9 offers in 2023, and also how to get your dream clients into your offers. Because I literally went I remember the beginning of 2023, I did not really work with that many dream clients. I had a few of them, but then by mid 2023 and up until now, I've only been working with dream clients. So one of my specialties is creating offers that are absolutely incredible, that are scalable as well, and allow you to upsell your clients, which is a huge, massive thing also that has been very successful in my business that I'm going to be focusing on in 2024. But also making sure that you are creating a really nice journey within your offer suite to continue upselling clients, right? So this new program is going to be all about how to really sell your offers to your dream clients in really fun ways, like master classes or challenges or funnels and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. But that's basically going to be kind of the main program. And then we're going to have the 6-month program, which I'm going to start probably in a few months. But yeah, so these are all the things that I'm working on, and I am so freaking excited. And the reason I'm really excited is because I feel like I can actually see the 200K month, the 200K sales year. Because in 2023, I felt like I was just kind of like, I was just doing things very randomly and just kind of hoping for 10K months, hoping to hit 6 figures. But with 2024, I have a very intentional plan with very clear milestones. I know exactly what I need to do to hit my goals. I know exactly what I need to do to get to 200K. Like I already know pretty much my whole product suite. Like I said, there's going to be additional micro things that I launch in the year just because I literally love launching little tiny offers. I think it's so fun. They're all going to lead into other offers, by the way. So not going to just do like a one-off like paid masterclass with like no funnel into anything. Made that mistake in 2023. Let's not repeat it. But basically, and that's not to say everyone has to upsell into an offer, but like I'm not going to run a low ticket masterclass with like no option to continue working with me. Like that's just not really responsible as a business owner, because when people get value from you, they want to keep working with you. But basically, I'm just so excited because I feel like the plan is clear to me. The path is clear to me, and I know what I need to execute. And the numbers are actually numbering. Unlike 2023, it was just like a wild goose chase. And so I'm so freaking excited. And I think the thing that I'm most excited about is to take you on this journey with me, because I'm going to be sharing a lot of the behind the scenes. I'm going to be sharing how I'm doing, the milestones I'm hitting, the strategies I'm using to get there, the mindset changes, things that are coming up, mistakes I'm going to make, lessons I'm going to learn, and all this stuff. It's honestly going to be a giant year. So make sure you hit subscribe so that you get all the updates about this crazy journey of going to 200K in sales this year. But I'm just honestly like so excited. This is gonna really be a life-changing year for me, and you're gonna learn a lot too. So I'm super excited to share. All right, well, before I let you go, I do want to let you know as well that, like I said, Baddie Money Method is back in the game, my low ticket membership. It's not just a content membership, although one of the things that my clients really love about Baddie Money Method is the content templates inside. You guys, literally all my clients tell me we've never seen templates like this. These aren't just fill in the blank templates. These are literal like templates that really teach you how to write converting content, right? The psychology behind it. And a lot of my clients say these templates really allow them to get creative with their own content. So not only are you saving time creating content that converts, but you're also making sure that you know that what you're posting is going to actually bring in clients. Literally, most of my clients who start using my content strategy and my templates start landing clients within like as soon as 2 to 3 weeks, as soon as they start using this content strategy and the templates. So it's honestly super effective. And like I said, so this is really great if you want to get consistent creating content that you know is going to bring in your dream clients. Honestly, Baddie Money Method, $97 a month, it's like an absolute no-brainer, especially because it's not just about content anymore, and it's not just for one platform. You can use the templates for Instagram, for LinkedIn, for TikTok, for email, for YouTube. Like these are very, very platform agnostic, flexible templates. And like I said, it's not just about content. There's going to be all kinds of trainings in there. I've already dropped a training on how to get clear on your dream client. There's a training on how to really build an incredible community using what I leverage a lot in my business, which is welcome messages. And so there's going to be so much stuff inside. And we have a monthly Q&A where you get to have your questions directly answered by me. There's a community in there of baddies and everything like that. So if you're looking for a way to get consistent with your content, to land your dream clients for your business and start really scaling with recurring revenue for your clients, then that's the membership for you. So grab your spot in the description below. But I will see you next week for next week's video as per my schedule, and I'm so excited for 2024. Okay, I'll see you soon, Baddie.